back. It's a big boost to India-Saudi Arabia ties. After attending the G20 Summit, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman stayed back in India for a state visit. Prime Minister Modi and the Saudi Crown Prince held bilateral talks with the Prime Minister, called Saudi Arabia India's most important strategic partners, and asserted that mutual cooperation is important between the two countries for peace and stability. Also, the Crown Prince hailed ties with India while announcing an MOU for economic corridor linking Saudi, India, Middle East and Europe. Well, the new economic corridor being seen as an alternative to China's Belt and Road Initiative. The corridor was jointly announced on Saturday. The two leaders signed a slew of pacts on trade, investment, semiconductors and green energy.
Your Royal Highness, आपके नेतृत्व में और आपके विजन 2030 के माध्यम से सऊदी अरब जिस तेजी से आर्थिक और सामाजिक प्रगति कर रहा है, उसके लिए मैं हृदय से आपका बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूं। सऊदी अरब में रहने वाली भारतीयों के हितों की सुरक्षा और उनके कल्याण के लिए आपकी प्रतिबद्धता के लिए हम आपके बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। भारत और सऊदी अरब की मित्रता क्षेत्रीय और वैश्विक स्थिरता, समृद्धि और महत्वपूर्ण है। मैं एक बार फिर रॉयल हाइनेस और आप सभी का इस सफलता में योगदान देने के लिए बहुत
beneficial relations for both countries. There was no disagreement of this relationship, but there is cooperation to build the future of our country and create opportunities. Today we're working on the future opportunities. There is a huge agenda to be working with. We are working through this council to achieve these accomplishments, and these are promising, and I congratulate you on the management of the G20 Summit and the initiatives achieved, including the economic corridor linking the Middle East, India and Europe, which require that we work diligently in order to create it into a reality. The Indians in Saudi Arabia had a large part in the economic growth of Saudi Arabia. Today they are 7% of the population of Saudi Arabia, and we consider them to be a part of Saudi Arabia. We watch and take care of them like we take care of our own citizens. We hope that this council will meet the aspirations of our people, and we wish us success.
Our Foreign Affairs Editor Geeta Mohan has more details on that story. Geeta, just talk to us a little about the key takeaways from this meeting, specifically the economic corridor that has been just hogging the limelight and hitting the headlines, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. It's a multilateral project. There are many areas, countries that are involved, but it is one that is going to change how the new world order looks like, Sneha. The fact that this is a connectivity corridor that is going to connect from India till Europe, and is looking at how these emerging economies are going to become very important powers in times to come. Apart from that, look at the bilateral contact between India and Saudi Arabia. Look at the kind of pacts that have been inked in various sectors: energy, economy, semiconductors, technology, education. This is a relationship that is only going to grow further, and is going to ensure that in the region and in the global economy, so to say, that they become important players. This is the time for them to start working on becoming or creating that resilient supply chain that other countries are speaking of but not acting upon. Having a connectivity corridor, allowing trade which will be aside from the China's BRI project, certainly is going to be a huge deal. Also the fact that both countries are looking at services and manufacturing within each other's countries, investments into each other's countries, that certainly is a huge push into becoming a major part of the supply chain.
Geeta, I'm going to in fact thank you for the moment for getting us those details. A Foreign Affairs Editor with the views on that important meeting. Now, ahead of the talks, the Crown Prince was accorded a ceremonial welcome at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He hailed the G20 Summit and asserted that he will work with India for a great future.
Well done. with a great agenda and a lot of announcements that will benefit both country and G20 country and the whole world. So I want to say to India, well done, and we're going to work to create a great future for both countries.